you, like me, have to switch your screen resolution frequently in order to do some screen recording or test an application in full screen mode with different resolutions, you will know that this can become quite tedious, opening the display settings, selecting the right monitor and the target resolution. With the following technique, you switch the resolution from a command line or even from a desktop icon much quicker. Here I created two shortcuts to switch from 4K to Full HD resolution and back. You can have as many predefined screen resolutions as you like. I can either right-click my two shortcuts and select Run with PowerShell to switch the resolution, or I can do this from a command line by just issuing the command screen high or screen low like so. Both much more convenient than the manual switching. The steps to take are simple enough. Number 1, get the PowerShell script from the link in the description and save it inside a new folder on your PC. Number 2, duplicate, modify and rename the script for each resolution you want to support. Number 3, add the new folder to your path. And finally, number 4, make sure that you are allowed to run local PowerShell scripts. Let's check quickly how this script works. Funny enough, there's still no native PowerShell commandlet which lets us switch resolutions. The only way is still a function deep inside Windows user 32 DLL called change display settings. But we are able to call this function from .NET, and we can call .NET using pinvoke from PowerShell. And this is exactly what happens here. The call line is line 123 here, which invokes the Windows method with our intended device mode DM1. In line 163, we register our C# script as a new type, and in line 164 it is finally called. Line 167 then calls the function with our intended resolution, and this is how the script works. To get our quick switching functionality, the only thing you have to do is to make some copies of the script, rename it, and change the target resolution in each script. And just to get ahead of any flaming from those pesky IT pros out there, I am well aware that this is not dry at all, but come on. Now, to make these scripts globally available, you have to add the location where you just stored them to your path variable like so. Hit Windows S, search for the path, hit Edit Environment Variables, find the local path, hit Edit, hit New, enter your directory, close everything. When you now start a PowerShell and try to execute the script, or you try to run it from the desktop icon, you might encounter the following error. Script cannot be loaded because running scripts is disabled on the system. This is a security measure from Windows to prevent you to accidentally execute malicious PowerShell scripts. But unfortunately, it also prevents you from intentionally executing PowerShell scripts. We will now weaken this script policy a bit to allow the execution of all local scripts. If you do not want to do this, but you want still to be able to use the mechanism described here, you can instead cryptographically sign the scripts you want to execute. You can use signtool.exe for this, but alas, this is out of scope for this video. What we will do now is to allow script execution of local scripts for the current user by just issuing set execution policy remote signed -scope current user like so. To verify the settings are in effect, we can call get execution policy -list, which should show something like this. And now we can actually call our scripts and change the screen resolution. Hooray!